So today, I'm putting away all of my ski gear for the summer. But before I do that, I want to kind of run through with you how I save some money. Now skiing obviously is expensive, there's no way to get around that, but there are a couple things that you can do to save yourself some money and make it a little bit more approachable. Now the first thing I do is if I'm looking to buy ski gear, well, I don't buy it in the peak season. Right now is a perfect time to buy ski gear, specifically jackets or skis. Right now you can get skis for almost half what you could back in December. I just bought a pair of Atomic Maverick 88 Ti's, and you can see my review of those here, linked above. But I got those for $450, so I thought that was a great deal. It almost makes it a better deal than buying stuff used, honestly. The next thing to do is also look at buying your season passes in the off season, or for some mountains you can buy them middle of the season, the previous season, and that is typically a good way to save a few $100. All right, here's the part you were waiting for. So here's the part where you save money. When I'm packing my bag, I always keep kind of a fleece on hand, you know, kind of a base layer that I can pack under my jacket in case I get cold. I went on eBay and I found this used. Got it for about $19. The nice thing with Patagonia is if it breaks or rips or frays, even if you didn't buy it new, you can still send it in and get it repaired. Now, the big money saving tip that I'll get to when you're buying gear, and there's some gear you just have to buy new, like winter jackets. Unlike the fleece, they don't tend to stay as well, so buying used isn't always a great option. Sometimes you can find good stuff, but I hadn't had a lot of good luck with it. So here's what I do. I buy a lot of snowboarding equipment. For whatever reason, ski equipment is way more expensive than snowboarding equipment. And you know what? It's the same stuff. In fact, in my opinion, snowboarding gear is better cut to be more comfortable. It tends to be a little bit thicker in the knees because, you know, when you're learning to snowboard, you're falling down. I really think snowboard gear is where it's at. I snowboarded for 3 years, and that's kind of how I came across this trick. And all of the gear I had, I found was much warmer, much more comfortable, and just higher quality stuff for a third of the price. So the first thing I do is I have these BURTON mittens or gloves. They're just kind of thin, but 90% of the time in the West it's so warm, I use these all the time. It's really easy to get things in and out of my pockets. It's great when I'm skiing with my kids. I need to kind of help get them up on the chair. I love these BURTON gloves, and they're maybe like 30 or 40 bucks. This is one of my favorite things. Here I've got my snowboarding jacket made by DC. This ran me about $115, $120. I got it 2 years ago. I love it. It has so many pockets, it's so comfortable. I'll show you what it kind of looks like, even though it's almost summer here. But yeah, buying snowboard gear in the summer, that's where the bargains are at. And you know what else? It has a lot of great pockets. It's really well thought out. It's got a nice hood. I don't think I've bought a ski jacket without having one given to me. I don't think I've bought a ski jacket in the last 20 years. It's just, I mean, the snowboard gear is that good. I mean, look at that fit. So the first thing I love is the big hood, goes over the helmet when it's really bad weather. The second thing I love, look at these arm sleeves. They keep the snow from getting inside of your mittens if you fall on a big powder day. You've got the snow skirt. Look, it's got a pocket specifically for your goggles. I use it for my camera when I'm hiking. You've also got all the ventilation you would need. I mean, jackets like this for skiing are like $400 or $500, which I think is just insane. But yeah, look at this nice snowboard jacket. It's got all the pockets I need. It's got, for my season pass, right, we've got the new scanners. You just put it right here, and instead of running into the season pass scanner, right, and hitting my knees off of it, I just wave my arm through. If it beeps, I go through. Great. Pull strings. I'm telling you guys, snowboard jackets are where it's at. And honestly, I think they look better. I think the style is cooler. But yeah, I got this for 120 bucks versus some of the $400 or $500 jackets. I needed snow pants because my old ones had ripped and it was kind of mid-season. So the bib snow pants are about $200. Whereas these just normal snowboard snow pants are about $100. What I did is I went for $15, bought these chums, and then made my normal snow pants into snow pants with suspenders and saved myself about 80 bucks. And the last piece of gear I'll show you is my backpack. I got this in 2005. I've had it for 18 years. I got it at a thrift store for $8. If you go to any ski town that you're visiting, say I got this one in Sun Valley, but you can go to Tahoe, they all have thrift stores, and all of these people that go on vacation, they just drop their stuff off. Some of the best ski gear I've ever owned was bought at a thrift store. Yeah, there's a lot of money to be saved. One, shop in the off season when it's hot, nobody wants to buy ski gear. And two, look at the snowboarding stuff. Seriously. Or finally, three, go to thrift stores. Look for stuff that's used. Let me run you through the gear that I tend to not cut corners on. And the first one being ski boots. Ski boots, in my opinion, are the most important piece of gear. I do not cut corners when it comes to ski boots. I'll buy them new, I'll make sure they fit right, and I'll make sure I have something I like. Because really, that's your connection to the snow. That's the most important piece. You wanna make sure it has a good fit, that they're not worn down. So if you're gonna splurge, I would say the most important piece of equipment you can is ski boots, which is kind of counterintuitive, right? You think skis are the most important. They are very important, but ski boots easily more important. The next two pieces of equipment I never skimp on are the helmet and the goggles. Helmet, obviously for safety reasons, you always wanna make sure you have a good helmet. If you get in a big crash, just replace it. It's not worth it. You only get one brain, so take care of it. Here I have the AURIC Spin. It's got some nice ventilation features. Got the rubber in the back for the goggles. Good ventilation. I get really warm when I ski, as you'll see as we go into some of the other stuff. But really a nice helmet. And then I've got the AURIC Retina Pro XL, because I got a big head. I think that I really tend to like to buy helmets and goggles in sets. That way you know you're not gonna get any kind of gape or gap. So yeah, I mean, that's just an easy way to do it if you're buying stuff online and you don't have the ability to try it. I try to go to shops and try on the helmets, but it just kind of takes out some of the legwork knowing, hey, if I buy these AURIC goggles, they're probably not gonna, you know, they're probably gonna fit well with their actual helmet. So yeah, these are the two things I really don't skimp on. I also, you know, tend to like to buy nice goggles. You can buy them in the off season and buy them for cheaper, but I really try to make sure I buy nice goggles because when the light is really flat on the snow, you want to be able to see what you're doing. When you get hit with a big storm, when you're wearing them all day, man, anyone will tell you if you upgrade your goggles, that's one of the big upgrades that you really feel. This is probably one of the most expensive parts of skiing that people don't think about. It's just the little knickknacks and gear, and there's really good ways to kind of cut corners there. And that way you can save your money for good boots and good skis, good goggles, good helmet. And the rest can kind of be pieced together. Also, thanks so much for everyone who's been watching these videos and subscribing. If you haven't already, feel free to like and subscribe. I love comments when people ask me to give reviews or give opinions. I have a few more videos I'm gonna make, so, you know, but all of these ideas really help and it helps me make the kind of content you wanna watch. So, thanks everybody so much.